State lawmakers request cuts to funding for South Carolina State after the school's decision to scratch Lieutenant Governor Pam Evette as graduation speaker. There are some others raising questions about why the school doesn't get the same level of funding as some other colleges in the state. Our Mike White has been digging into that, looking into those numbers, joins us live from the State House with more on this. What can you tell us, Mike?
Yeah, Brian, on Friday, Lieutenant Governor Pamela Evette posted to X in support of a letter that 9 state lawmakers signed to cut funding to SC State. Now, I spoke to one of the state lawmakers this afternoon who said that this request is more of a message to the school after they rescinded the lieutenant governor's graduation invitation to speak at the ceremony. However, other lawmakers are criticizing this request, calling it a waste of time, and also pointing to the fact that the school already has a history of being significantly underfunded.
Just like to sign a letter saying that, but everybody knows without a shadow of a doubt that we're not going to cut funding to a state-supported college or university. That was more of a symbolic gesture.
State Representative Cal Forrest, one of the 9 lawmakers who signed a letter requesting funding to SC State to be cut, saying that request was simply to show they weren't happy with Lieutenant Governor Evette's commencement invitation being rescinded. Forrest had another question when WACH Fox News asked why the group suggested that idea if they know funding won't be cut.
Why protest the lieutenant governor coming to South Carolina State? So, and why not allow her to deliver that commencement speech?
South Carolina State has a history of being significantly underfunded as a land-grant university. In the fiscal year 2025-26 state budget, the school only getting a little more than $34 million in recurring money. Meanwhile, Clemson University receiving more than $219 million and the University of South Carolina receiving more than $325 million.
The only thing you can see is that this is an HBCU, and every other school like a Clemson or USC, they're a PWI.
But the bigger problem coming in 2023 when the federal government told the state the school is owed almost $500 million. A 2023 letter from the USDA to Governor McMaster provided options to make up for that funding, including through the state budget over the span of several years.
If it was USC, if it was Clemson, they would not be shorted $500 million, and we would not be waiting this long for them to recoup the money that's owed to them.
Now, I reached out to SC State today regarding if anyone was available to speak with me on this issue, but I haven't heard back from them. I also reached out to Governor McMaster's camp regarding this funding disparity to the university. They told me they're working to get the most up-to-date details on that issue. Reporting in Columbia, Mike White. WACH Fox News, Local First.